that I like deals where I can get in and get out, where I can turn around, whether it's buying and selling quickly, wholesaling, or buying, fixing up, and selling retail. I don't like doing hard deals where you got to be overly creative and basically do backflips in order to make money. There's too many easier deals, kind of like the low-hanging fruit. You still got to grab it and pick it, but you don't want to try to get all the way up when you're just wasting your energy and time. So that's why I like to. That's kind of where the turnkey system came about. Because when we first started buying and selling houses, whether it be rental properties, we ran into a lot of roadblocks because we didn't know who to talk to or what should have gone next or what's the next step, because a lot of stuff out there just gets you excited and kind of gets you right there, and then you kind of at a loss as to where do I go from here. Where do I go step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5? Who do I talk to? How do I find a contractor? How do I find a lender? How do I pre-screen a lender? What should I be asking a lender? What should I be asking a contractor? What should I be asking a seller? Just things like that laid out. And so we like to have things laid out for us and create systems that will be turnkey. So what I want to focus on, like I said, is what is wholesaling or wholesaling. How can you make money buying and selling houses quickly? Has anybody here ever wholesaled a deal before? How'd it go?
It's pretty smooth.
Pretty smooth?
Yeah.
Pretty easy?
Mm-hmm.
How much did you make?
$6 grand.
$6 grand? Okay. What about you?
Yeah, we've done a couple of times.
Okay. Get it back.
No, it went pretty good.
Went pretty good? You happy? You want more of them like that? All right. Wholesaling is a concept of basically, like I said, buying lower and selling low. Finding a bargain property, passing it on to another investor, which is one of the main things that we do. That investor either buys it and resells it, or the investor could buy and hold it, depending on their particular exit strategy. A lot of the people that buy wholesale deals are investors, part-time investors. Some of them are full-time rehabbers. They're always looking for properties that they can fix up and sell, always looking for properties that they can fix up and hold on to. So that's what wholesaling is, in a nutshell. It's the ugly house business. It's the part of the business where you can buy and sell quickly. And what kind of profit should you expect? Anywhere from 5 to 15,000. You can go below that. There's some deals where it makes sense to go above that because it's got to make sense for your buyer as well as for you. It's not just about you when you're a wholesaler. And so why should you wholesale? Quick money, quick cash, easy in, easy out, all those things. This example, if you were to make $8,000 per property and do 2 deals a month, you can make $16,000 a month times 12 months and ends up being $192,000 per year, and that's only doing 2 deals a month or 24 deals per year. So it's not a bad way to make a living if you know what you're doing, if you have the people in place that can do it and the system in place. So could y'all live with, at least for 1 year only, $192,000 on 24 deals?
Be a stretch. Be a stretch.
Be a stretch? All right. Okay. All right. Now let's just look at it like a business plan. Grow this thing. 30 a year. This is still with the average profit of $8,000. Go to 40 a year. Go to 50. And so you can see that in 3 years, I mean, that's 120 deals, you know, which is very doable. Your gross profit over 3 years, if you add all those up, would be about $1,060,000, I think, if my math is right. So it's not bad for 3 years. It's not bad for finding a bargain and passing it on to another investor or a rehabber, and not doing minimal work. You know, minimum work, maximum profit. And you can live the kind of life where you can control your schedule, control your days. So so that sounds great, you know, that you can see that the money is there. You know, you asked me to show you the money. That's the money, that's the projections, that's what it looks like. But there's got to be a way to do it. I mean, there's got to be a key. I mean, you've got to be able to, the number one key is finding motivated sellers. Finding people that have to sell you their house, not people that just want to sell. A lot of deals that we look at, you know, I can now tell, you know, motivation in a heartbeat, and have very little patience sometimes, but I'm working on it. A lot of deals that we work with, you know, you can tell the seller is just like, well, you know, the house is worth $150,000. I want to give you a deal, so I'll sell it to you for $140, give you $10,000 instant equity. That's not a deal. That's not a motivated seller. That's not someone that has to sell. That's someone that's just trying to see what they can get. You know, not to say that you're taking advantage of people because of their situation, but if someone's facing foreclosure or selling you a property at a discount, what's the better option? It's not foreclosure. You know, it's not, you know, foreclosure on your credit report forever. You know, then the solution is not bankruptcy, which lasts 7 to 10 years. You know, so when you find motivated sellers and you work with them, you're not only making money, you're providing a service for them where, you know, they would be all messed up if you didn't come and help them out. So it's a win-win. And that's the thing with wholesaling. You know, a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, I did it with no money down. The seller got no money, no money, no money. Not all deals are going to be no money down deals. Not all deals are going to be deals where you don't put anything in it, because sometimes you've got to put a little bit in to get a lot out. So if a seller needs a little bit of money, you know, to move, or a little bit of you know, money to move on with their lives, you know, sometimes you just got to do it because it makes sense. It makes sense to make the deal work, and it makes sense from a moral perspective, so that you're doing, you know, it's a win-win. If it's not a win-win, it doesn't make sense to do the deal, you know, no matter how much money you can make. And that's just my little social commercial for tonight. Is you want to make sure that what you do is a win-win for everybody. However, even if you may put a little money in, whether it be $100, $500, $1,000 for earnest money, or, you know, whatever the case may be, this is probably in a lot of people's mind number one reason to wholesale, is because your credit doesn't matter when you wholesale houses. Your buyer's credit may matter, but yours doesn't. You're not going down